Hi, everybody. Sorry I wasn't able to be at school today, but hopefully you are in great hands with Mr. Tieber. So today's lesson is going to be on evaluating expressions, as you can see at the top of your notes. To remind everyone that you should have headphones in and be listening to this video. You should not be just listening to other music or have the closed captioning on. You need to be listening so you can understand everything that I'm talking about with the notes. All right, the essential question is, how do you evaluate algebraic expressions and powers? So there's some key vocab to go over that you're going to need to know. A variable is just a letter used to represent one or more numbers. Okay, any letter can be used, but typically you see variables like x, y, n. Okay, those are some of the more common ones, but they can be any letter, can be used as a variable. So an algebraic expression is just an expression that includes at least one variable. Algebraic, okay, whenever you see that word, typically means there's a variable involved. Expression means that there's going to be at least one operation and variable typically used. Just no equal sign. When there's an equal sign involved, it's called an equation. Power is just an expression that represents repeated multiplication. Of the same factor. Okay, so for example, 2 to the power of 4, 2 we would call the base. 4 we would call the power or exponent, power slash exponent. And that just means we're taking the base and we're multiplying it by itself 4 times. How do you evaluate algebraic expressions and powers? Number 1 is to substitute. Okay, substitute, very similar to the substitute that you know from school, just means to replace, like a substitute is a replacement teacher for the day. Substitute just means we're going to replace a number into the expression for each variable. Okay. Perform that correct operation. Okay. Operations are just addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Number 3 is to simplify the result, just meaning get it down to one number. So let's practice a few simple examples of evaluating expressions. Right? So to evaluate these expressions, we're going to say that the letter, the variable c, is equal to the number 4. So everywhere in these problems where you see a c, we're just going to substitute or replace that letter with a 4. It's that simple. So first thing you need to be careful of is 4c. All right, so we got 2 options here that people typically think. That either means the answer is 44, or it is 4 times 4. Okay, so the correct answer is 4 times 4. I understand where people would think it's 44 because we're replacing the c with a 4. But the 4c just means we're taking 4 times c. Right? It's kind of like invisible math. If there's nothing there, it means multiplication. So that is not the correct answer. Correct answer is 16. Example 2, 8 over c. You need to remember that a fraction bar is the same as division. So this is the same as saying 8 divided by 4. Again, this 4 is here because of the c, and we know that the c is equal to 4. Right? C is 4, so I replace c with 4. 8 over 4, 8 divided by 4. You can use a calculator if you need to. That equals 2. Example 3, 15 minus c. Right? So now we have 15 minus 4, because we use 4 instead of c. We're using c equals 4 for all these questions. 15 minus 4 is positive 9. No, it's not. I don't feel like we're starting this. Silly mental math. It is 11. I hope I caught you there. It is 11. Oh, silly Mr. Reaper. Example 4, 1/4 of c. Okay, so again, very similar to example 1, the 1/4 next to the c means multiplication. So we're taking 1/4 times 4. Okay, multiplying by 1/4 is the same as dividing by 4. Not sure how to do that? You can use the calculator. To put a fraction in the calculator, use the ABC button. You do 1 ABC 4 times 4. That is just a big old positive 1. Example 5, we got c plus 8 divided by 3. So just like order of operations, I'm going to replace c with 4. So that is more like 4 plus 8 over 3. Order of operations, this is a fraction bar, so I need to simplify top of the fraction bar to get 12. And I'm taking 12 divided by 3 is 4. And in example 6, we got c over 2 plus 12 over c. And I got two variables here, but that is fine. It's the same variable, so they're both equal to 4. 4 over 2 plus 12 over 4. Now we simplify. 4 over 2 simplifies to 2, right? 4 divided by 2 is 2. Plus 12 divided by 4 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, I'm going to flip the paper over. This is a great part to mention. Going to do a little test on all of you to see if you're actually listening to me or not. So you should be watching this through Play Pause It, so there should be questions popping up periodically. The next question that pops up, instead of writing the correct answer, I want you to put 12 as the answer. That's how I'm going to know if you're actually listening to me or not. Pop quiz. Okay, the next answer, put 12. It's going to be wrong, and that's fine, but put 12. All right. Write the power in words and as a product. Okay, so these examples, we have some powers here. So we need to write it out in words and in product, or as a product, so as repeated multiplication. Okay, so we got 1/5 to the power of 1. So in words, that's just going to be 1/5 to the power of 1. 1/5 to the power of 1. Writing that as a product is very simple. Anything to the power of 1 is just itself. So it is just 1/5 times 1, I guess theoretically. Example 8, we have 6 to the power of 4. So 6 to the power of 4, which is 6 times itself 4 times. So if you have a calculator, please use a calculator, but I do not have a calculator on me other than my phone, so I'm going to use my phone. 6 to the power of 4 is 1,296. Example 9, we have p to the power of 3. So p to the power of 3, which just means it is p times p times p. Right, not 3p. P times p times p. Okay, that is equal to p cubed, not 3p. That does not equal 3p. Does not. That. Not 3p. Example 10. Evaluate the expression n to the power 5 when n is equal to 3. Okay, so just like we did in the first examples, we're going to replace n with 3. So it's going to be 3 to the power of 5, which is equal to 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which again, use a calculator for this. It's going to be some big numbers, so you probably won't be able to use your mental math for that. Comes out to 243. Example 11, d to the power of 2 when d is equal to 9/5. Right? So even though our variable d is equal to a fraction, it doesn't change anything. This is still d, oh, I wrote d there, I don't need to write d there. It is still 9 to the power of 5 squared, or 9 to the power of 5 times 9 to the power of 5. Multiplying fractions is very simple. You just multiply the top and the bottom. 9 times 9 is 81. 5 times 5 is 25. So that's our answer. If you solved it as a decimal, that would have come out to 81 divided by 25, 16.2. Right. Now we just got some problem-solving questions here at the bottom. Okay, don't let the words scare you. They're very simple. Just read through the questions with me. You are ordering a skateboard and helmet from an online store. The total weight of the two items can be represented by S plus H, where S, you can underline this, is the weight of the skateboard, and H is the weight of the helmet. Right? So S is skateboard, H is helmet. Find the total weight. The helmet weighs 1.3 kilograms and the skateboard weighs 5.4 kilograms. All right. So all we're doing is taking S plus H, right? Tells us that. In the problem, S is the weight of the skateboard, and it tells us that the skateboard weighs 5.4 kilograms. So this is going to become 5.4, right? I substituted 5.4 in for S. And I know that H is 1.3 kilograms, right? It says it right here in the problem. If helmet weighs 1.3 kilograms, 1.3 kilograms, and we just add them together. That becomes 6.7 kilograms. A football team's net score for the regular season is given by the, I should say we're going on number 5 now. Football team's net score for the regular season is given by the expression A minus B, where A is the total number of points the team scored and B is the total number of points scored against the team. The table shows the point totals for the 2003 National Football League Conference Championship. Which team's net score was the greatest? Okay, so again, to find net score, we are just doing A minus B. So starting off for New England Patriots, I'm going to brief that NEP for New England Patriots. Okay. A is the total number of points that they scored. B is the total number of points scored against them. All right, so the New England Patriots, their A is 336. Their B is 238. So we're going to take A minus B. Whoop, can't see that. Sorry. We're going to take A minus B. So we're going to take 336 minus 238. 36 minus 228 comes out to 108, which is their net score. Do the same thing for Carolina Panthers, CP, and take A minus B. Their A is points scored, their B is points against, so that's going to be 325 minus 304. All right, so a little mental math, I'll tell you that is 21. So the team with the greatest net score was the New England Patriots. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry again I wasn't able to be there. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Mr. T-Bird is amazing. Yeah, you should have a worksheet to try out on your own when you're done with this paper. It looks like this. So go ahead and give that a shot. And we'll go over it tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.